guys, as you know us, we really like to be active and we really like sport activities.
So yes, so today we decided to see the island on a different way. That's why we are at Ebike Ventura today. So we're going to bike 45 kilometers in the beautiful area of La Harris.
Yes, let's go.
Before we started our tour, we met our guide, Anthony, who shared with us the safety instructions and set the saddles of our e-bikes. After this, we got a training on how to ride an e-bike and how to change the different modes so that we can take an e-bike ride test. Once we all passed the test, we began the tour. Our journey started from Corralejo. We cycled up north by the beach to Majanicho. On the way, we stopped not only to take pictures, but also to listen to the stories about this region from Anthony. Then we decided to stop at the fishing village of Majanicho, so picturesque. After visiting the village, I wanted to eat some fruit. That's how I had the chance to try cactus fruit, known here as tuno indio.
The last part of our tour was to cycle through the volcanoes. We were cycling up and down, but finally we reached a beautiful viewpoint. The good thing about the tour is that you have a photographer with you, and the pictures are for free. "Hey guys, wait for me, I also want to be in the picture." From the volcano to the Ebikeventura office, it took us about 20 minutes cycling. Afterwards, we had the chance to see the pictures from the tour, have a drink and chat about this amazing experience.
After a long day of tour, finally I have time to talk. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Bas. I'm from the Netherlands. I live here since 2006. I came here to enjoy Fuerteventura, the beautiful island, the beaches, and of course the countryside. I started Ebikeventura about 2.5 years ago, successfully. I had no idea if this one was going to be a success because it was such a new concept to do. 2.5 years down the line, plus a difficult time due to the COVID crisis that we went to. Things are going pretty well. Yeah, really happy.
Could you please also share us what's the main difference between normal bike and e-bike?
The main difference between a normal bike and an e-bike is the E.
Which is?
The engine, the motor, the amount of assistance that the bikes give you. So that means that e-biking is still cycling. You still have to pedal, you still need to ride the bike as you do as on a normal bike. The only difference is that on the e-bikes you get support. And the amount of support you can select yourself. So the nice thing is about if you are a very sportive cycling enthusiast and you want to train a bit harder and have less support, you can downgrade the amount of support. Whilst if you haven't been cycling for so long and you want to get back into it, you can ask for some extra support from the bike. And because of this, cycling, e-biking becomes a sport, an activity that everybody can do. Families, children, my parents, us, we can all do it. And then depending on the type of terrain that you choose, you can make it easier or harder for yourself. So it's a very new way of enjoying cycling.
My favorite is Turbo One. Do you have any age restrictions in terms of the e-biking and your tours?
No, there's no age restrictions. By law, our e-bikes are still considered a normal bike. The bikes are restricted. So that means that up until 25 kilometers per hour, you get support, you get assistance. If you go over this speed, the engine automatically cuts off. This is a European law, and they do it as a safety precaution. The bikes that we will have for children, that start from 7-8 years old, this speed restriction will go up to 20 kilometers per hour. So it's a little bit less than the adult bikes, simply to keep things safe.
What type of tours are you organizing? Do you have any VIP tours, family tours?
Also, basically the whole objective is to offer e-biking for everybody. So that means for the youngest children until the oldest people and everything that sits in between. And therefore we have at the moment 4 good tours that suits every level. So like the first tour that we made is a 35-kilometer tour that takes about 3.5 hours. This is a tour that we can recommend for families, for example, with children, or for somebody who hasn't been cycling for a while and who wants to get back into it. So not only physically but also to gain some confidence, because if you haven't been riding a bike, it can be a little bit of a nervous experience at first. So therefore we have the 35-kilometer tour. We call this the Ring of Fire. It's a tour that we can always recommend for everybody. The nice thing about this tour is that it has all the highlights. So it has volcanoes, little local villages, countryside, fisherman's town, and the spectacular North Shore, where you come along the ocean and see the waves and the surfers if we're lucky. The second tour that we have is our bestseller. This is a tour that we call the Coast to Coast, and basically this is the main reason why we started Ebikeventura. It's a tour where we take you from here in Corralejo all the way to the other side of the island, to El Cotillo, and back. It's a 50-kilometer tour, 25 kilometers up, 25 kilometers back. It's a tour that we can still do for all levels and ages. Maybe not for the youngest, we would say like from, let's say, 13, 14, 15 years old. And you have to be a little bit more of a confident cyclist. So if you say like, you know, I cycle regularly, I even tried e-bikes already before, then this is a tour that's suitable for you. If you are the guy who says like, look, listen, I'm having my own bike at home. I'm going every weekend to the bike park. I want to have a tour where we go full speed downhill on single tracks with some ramps and jumps and turns in it. Therefore we have our famous Trails in the Hills.
Oh.
Trails in the Hills is a 45-kilometer tour, a little bit shorter than the coast to coast, but it boosts 6 spectacular downhills. Technical stuff. We suit you up with protection, helmet, gloves, elbow protection and knee protection, just to make sure that you're safe. And then we go from there. The nice thing is about all our tours that we do is that we can adjust. Since we do small groups, we don't do big groups because we're not interested in mass tourism. We want to do something exclusive for everybody. So if we see along the way that somebody is under or over his level, we can adjust the tour. We can make it a bit longer, or we can make it a bit shorter. If necessary, also a little bit cheaper, because we're not after people's money as a sense that we want to like give them the feeling that we rip them off. We're only interested in giving a nice product, a nice tour, because the only thing that we want is that people come back happy. That they come back and being excited. The fourth tour that we have is a tour for people who already been with us before. They say like, oh, this was so great, we want to do more, but we want to do something different as well. So on the coast to coast tour, for example, we go from east to west. On the High Flyer, which is our new tour, we go from the north, deep inside the country, and back. There's another 50-kilometer tour where we more go into the rural countryside, the rural aspect of Fuerteventura. And in addition to that, since we opened the new shop over here, we have a new concept that we call LTR Learn to Ride. This is to welcome new cyclists, novice cyclists who were not into cycling before because it maybe was physically too demanding or the infrastructure wasn't ready for their riding. And in order to do so, we organize 3 days per week. So on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a 1-hour e-bike lesson.
Wow.
Where we basically help the people to get back on the horse. We take them around Corralejo over bike lanes. We talk about safety, about some techniques, just to gain confidence. And if people decide to want to do a tour afterwards, we can organize it one. The nice thing about the LTR tour, the Learn to Ride tour, is that it's completely free, with no strings attached. If you come back and you liked it, but you're still not sure, no questions will be asked. We shake hands and we wish you a fantastic holiday. But our experience is, once the people try this one, they are so enthusiastic that we can work further and do another tour for them.
Yes, but what about VIP tour? Because I heard something. Could you please share us to our audience?
You heard something. Yes, we also organize exclusive private VIP tours or rentals. I think the story that goes around in town is true, what you hear. Last year we had the honor to host for Angelina Jolie and her entire family to come e-biking with us. They were so blown away that they went from 1 day to 2 and they ended up getting all the bikes for the whole entire week, because it was such a success for them that in between the filming that I did, they also wanted to enjoy these bikes. So yeah, very nice thing. At the same time, all our customers are VIPs. We treat everybody with the same amount of respect and importance. Safety is always our highest standard. That's our priority number one. And for this reason, for example, we also don't work by the time. We want to make sure that the guests can ride on their pace and their tempo. So if they want to take it a bit easier, that's no problem. You want to go fast, no problem for us as well. As long as everybody is safe and having a good time.
Fantastic. Could you please also share us more highlights about the tour?
Yes, of course. The nice thing is that on all our tours, the first part of the tour is the same, simply because it's fantastic. Because what we do is every day we start here in the shop. As you can see, we have all the bikes lined up, ready and charged. And from here, after the explanation of how the bike works and a little test run that we have outside on our bike lane, we will start. And the first part of the tour is straight away a highlight. We take you from Corralejo here into the volcanoes towards Lagades. Now these volcanoes, you're not only going to go over them, you're gonna go through them, you're gonna go around them, and you're gonna go past them. And it's not just one, but it's a few. So this is a great highlight. Another highlight is in our coast to coast tour. Is the famous Barranco de Enamorados, which is a dry riverbed from sand that gets flooded if it rains really heavy. But since we don't have so much rain, this place is great to ride through. We climb upstream into the hills over there. And another highlight is on the west coast, around El Cotillo, where we take you through a series of terraces where the farmers used to store their water in. And nowadays it's a great, spectacular way to ride through. It's like a little pump track. Fun, safe. Some people get pulled out of their comfort zone a little bit. And at the same time, if you're not into it, if you're intimidated by the downhills, for example, we can always offer a safe bypass. So in this way we can guarantee safety for everybody.
Yeah, definitely the tour was amazing. I was really amazed about Calderon Hold On, the place for, you know, where you can find the stones, unique, and see the sunset. It's really cool. I really guys recommend you. More you can find on our website and also on the Ebikeventura website. And you can come over at any time if you are in here and ask us of more details.
Yes.
Do you have any message to all people who are watching this vlog?
This is my little minute of fame to promote the business.
Time start.
Here we go. Guys, Ebikeventura is a unique way to discover the island. You not only see it, but you feel it as well. You feel the warm air flowing against your skin, you feel the sun on your face. It's sportive, yet not too crazy that you will not enjoy it and you will only be suffering on your bike. You will do an activity and instead of coming back completely exhausted, you will feel energized. It's a very much imbalanced activity, and a really big misconception about e-biking is that it's cheating. But e-biking is not cheating, it's very sportive, because don't forget, you still need to pedal, you still need to ride. And according to how we set up the tour for you, we can make it as easy or as sportive as you wish.
I can confirm that. Thanks for a short interview. Guys, also check their social media and the website below. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much, boss.
Thank you.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Alright guys, the tour is over. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to check Ebikeventura Instagram. Check also TripAdvisor because they have 5 stars. We really recommend that. Would you like to say more, Elodie?
Yes, definitely. It was my first time doing e-bike and I was completely sold. I think I'm going to open a GoFundMe so you can help me to buy this bike because it's just amazing. Even though you're not a cycling and I was not big on cycling, I just loving it. Also, I bought the t-shirt here. You can find it on the shop if you come to their shop right here. And it's just so beautiful. So the only thing that I want to leave you with is come here and do the experience. It's beautiful.
All right. Cheers, guys.